everyone. I'm back from vacation. I had to take a week off to gather my thoughts. Today I'm going to talk about freedom. And, we all kind of feel trapped. And so this is a really important topic for us. Today, people really don't have trouble believing. Today, people have trouble believing in God. We're enlightened, we say, right? But in Jesus' time, that really wasn't an issue. Pick a God, any God. Were they unenlightened? Probably not. Science and medicine, commerce and fair trade, they were all alive and well. The Jews were among the most enlightened. Their laws ensured a superior standard of cleanliness, and their God wasn't magical. Rather, they were in relationship with God, covenanted. They were God's people, and in a way, they were the envy of the world, even feared, because they were favored by a God who seemed to outstrip every other God. A God who said to them, don't worry about, who is your ruler. Still, they felt trapped by their circumstances. Many believed in fate. Sounds like us. Unenlightened? No. They suffered oppression, caste systems, slavery, circumstances that begged for freedom. They lived in fear of the establishment, in fear of losing the little that they had. Sound familiar? That is why Jesus' preaching is so impactful. To consider that we're not trapped by our circumstances. That is groundbreaking. But the people, just as we do, had to come to understand that Jesus wasn't proposing a physical freedom from the rule of the land or the rule of law. How many of us, I'm a victim, that system oppresses me or entraps me? So we have to look at Jesus' preaching, the many topics that he preached on, from a different perspective. His message was not how to get to heaven for dummies, even if that is the end goal. His message was about how to live, to love your enemies, to treat everyone as your neighbor. Don't be a big shot, be a little shot, as Father Francis Martin used to say. Jesus' whole life was a demonstration of freedom from fear. He embraced everything that we fear: poverty, not having our basic needs met, ridicule, rejection, exile, immigration, even being hunted as a child, fear of starvation and dehydration in the desert, fear of pain and suffering in his passion, fear of abandonment. Why have you forsaken me? And the ultimate fear, torture and death on the cross. He didn't promise us easy street either. He said, choose the narrow road. Father will be pitted against son, brother against daughter. But do not fear. I am with you. And nothing is impossible for God. This is a radical call to action. But it just seems to be so lost on us today. The fears of this world is what we are challenged to give up when we follow Christ, when we live the Christian life. Whether we believe in life after death or not, we shouldn't fear it. We either die, lights out, or we walk through the door of eternity. In either case, we're done with the here and now. And what we should fear is losing our soul. When that happens, we really become a shell of a human being. It could be a fate worse than death. And of course, this fear is why we have so many zombie movies, right? So how do we give up these fears that we have? Well, we have to identify and acknowledge them. What's motivating me in this moment? Is it based in fear? What fear is it based in? And then we need a new plan of action. We need to purposefully be aware of when our motivations are fear-based, and we need to reject them. How? Well, let me count the ways. We can exercise them out. We can mantra them to death. And we can even visualize them being eaten by positive thoughts. This is where our Christian perspective can really help. We have the ultimate model. Look at Jesus on the cross. It could be a gruesome view, but it is the picture of someone who overcame every fear. We identify our fears or our negative motivators. We reject them, cast them out by speaking their name and by sending them to the cross of Jesus. Look at Jesus and say, you did this, I can do this too. We ask that our fear or negative motivator be replaced by pure motivations. And we actively pursue a new motivator or a different course of action. When we strive to identify and eliminate those fears, we have access to a strength of will that might otherwise escape us. But nothing is impossible for God. Remember that. Let's take a quick example. Someone gives us a nasty look, everyday occurrence probably. Our gut reaction is to give a nasty look back, or to say something mean or negative. Or maybe we maintain composure in that moment, but sometime later on we pass that negativity to someone else. Stop. Identify the fear. Maybe it's fear of rejection. Cast it out. I am loved. I am valued. I do not need this person's approval. And choose a new course of action. Say, I never did mind the little things, with a smile on your face. And ask God to bless that person and to help him find resolution to whatever it is that's bothering him. And go on your merry way and be happy. When we do this, even half the times that we respond to negative motivators or fears, we will absolutely be blessed and be on our way to living a Christian life and getting to heaven. Be safe and be aware. Pray well. Be sure to check the comments for today's song pick and comment and share so that our streamers know we are watching. Thanks so much.